Hey, this is Pat Saunders. I'm here at the Borders in Sandusky at the mall. I'm doing a little work, and I thought I'd record this little thing on my thoughts and send it out to you, whether you give a damn or not. Today's July the 3rd, tomorrow's 4th of July. You know, it will be the, what? Let's see, 234th anniversary of the proclamation of the Declaration of Independence passed by the Continental Congress of these United States. And you know, a little look at where we're at. You know, we're in the midst of a war that instead of being the insurgents in 1776, we were the insurgents, and we were fighting against an occupier. Now we're the occupiers and fighting against insurgents who want us out of their country. I think there's some kind of a perspective that we can draw on that in 234 years we've come full cycle from being an insurgent, the colonized people fighting against a colonizer, you know, Great Britain, to being a colonizer country fighting against people who don't want to be colonized. And I think that says a lot about our country, where where we're at. I mean, and who's running this place? I mean, you know, you go downtown, you know, it's pretty easy to pick out the people who are between a rock and a hard place. They're all over. And yet we have a Congress that has, in the last couple months, consistently denied taking food out of children's mouth by refusing to extend unemployment benefits. But at the same time, these same people go along with expending another $40 billion in this black hole in Afghanistan to kill more innocent people in Afghanistan and to send more of our best and brightest over there. For what? I mean, even the generals are divided over if it's a worthwhile struggle. I mean, that article in Rolling Stone about General McChrystal was not so much about some of his staff having pet names for people in the administration. I mean, God almighty, that's everywhere. But it was mainly about the struggle there and the fact that it was pretty clear to them that it's unwinnable. All right. And, I mean, you know, the only way that we can win it is to stay there forever. And I remember back in the early 80s, we were forming a Vietnam Veterans chapter in the area where I live at, and we would get into these big debates. And, you know, I had a lot of my friends who were combat veterans. I'm not a combat veteran by any stretch of the imagination. And, you know, they take these things personal, because one of the things that they seen, you know, their comrades sacrifice their lives. And nobody wants to see friends and comrades lose their lives for nothing. And again, 40 years later, we're involved in another one of these things where the question is, what are they sacrificing their lives for? What is the reason? And I think on this 4th of July, 234 years after we declared ourselves to be independent and free of the British Empire, that we should take a long look at where we're at and ask ourselves, do we want to be the British Empire? And that's all I have to say. Take care.